Hello guys, my name is Sub0xTbyte and I am having a fantastic day. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as well, and if not yet hope you are going to have a fantastic day. But I think I know a certain way how I can make your day fantastic. And that is what we are going to do right now, because we are going to build a new kind of world today, so let's get right to it. You're not going to need poopy blocks, because would you want to live in a poopy house? Yes? No, of course you would not want to live in poop. If you have done that, you are going to want to take the blocks that you think look really good and would want to live inside. I strongly suggest you build with them processed wood blocks. They look pretty damn good if I do say so myself. Well, the next step is choosing the right door. If you don't want a door, you are not a good builder. A door is going to stop all of the baddies that are going to want to see your booty. Make a great wall for your new home, not a wall that our big friend in America is going to build for the Mexicans. We also don't want to have strangers in our house, but it should look good. If you destroy the pillar blocks, your outer wall will look better than ever before. Well, not like Miley Cyrus. She looked good before, but now look at her. She obviously does not know that you have to take down pillars to look good. If you truly want to look good, you have to build windows. Now we want our little house to look good, don't we? If we want that, we accomplish that with building some holes to put our windows in. When you are done with putting windows in your home and done with laying a floor, you want to go outside and make the base of your roof. You don't want this to be made of wood. Wood does not look good. Wood not looking good is a rhyme. Maybe I should consider being a rapper. If you have done that, you should whip out some stone that you gathered with your pickaxe and have cooked in your furnace. Then you make stone blocks out of them. They look so much better than regular stone. They have that extra curve in them which looks pretty darn good even if they are just some stones. We are now making the roof. If you successfully have replaced the beginning roof with stones, your house should not leak. Well, stones prevent your roof from leaking. Is that not obvious? Yes, do I think that is obvious? Now we are going to throw some furniture in our new MTV crib. You want to whip out that furnace, a crafting table for basic needs, and a chest to store your possessions that you find along the way. If you could spare some wood, you are going to want to put some fences outside, put some torches on them, and you should be good to go. Now let's see how our little helper Steve is doing. Do you see what he did wrong? He is not making a lot of variety in this house. We did that with the stone blocks on the roof. It looks good and prevents the leaking of rain off the roof. But wait, what did Steve do there? He put down a bed in his little shabby house. That is a great idea, even if I say so myself. We forgot that, but we are not going to sleep because we are way too busy with looking at our new home. If you have successfully followed all of these steps, you can see who is the pro and who is the noob. What I really desire right now, well, is a waffle. Waffles are great. They taste delicious and they come in shapes and sizes. Back in the days they didn't have waffles. Hold well on, let me whip out a sign to make sure you see the difference between noob and pro. This is the noob house built by our noob Steve. As you can see now, this is a bit more advanced, because this is the pro house. Now part 3 comes in place. We are going to see who is better at making a door made out of redstone. And well, redstone in general. Redstone is red. You want to know what else is red? M&M strawberries, watermelons, a nice red apple. I could really go for a juicy apple right now. But that is not the purpose of this video. The purpose is to teach you guys the difference between noob and pro. Now if we are going to take some TNT right now, some pressure plates and some sticky pistons. Pistons are sticky because they are made out of slime. Do you have a clue how slimes are sticky? Me neither, mate. Now let's just look for a good spot to build our little design that is going to blow Steve's mind. I think this place should do. It has all our basic needs to build. Let's dig a tunnel so we have some space to walk around and have some place to build our hefty divide. If we do this just right, we are the pros and not Steve. Now this is a story about how my life got turned upside down. And I like to take a minute. Just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Minecraft. In West Minecraft town, born and raised. On the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chillin' out, maxin', relaxin', all cool. Well, and all shooting some basketball outside of the school, when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. She said, "You are moving with your auntie and uncle in Minecraft North Hair." Now that was a theme song from a TV show back in the days. I thought I might as well spit some bars here and there because I rhymed those 2 words in the beginning. I might become a rapper when I'm done. Now I have built some redstone trail that works for the purpose of the video. Now while we are fixing and showcasing this, why not tell you a little story about how I used to not be able to swim in Minecraft. I built a boat because of that and I was having the time of my life on the water. I was just rowing and rowing until I could see a mushroom island so I could take a mushroom home. Those cows look really amazing and they are just made out of mushrooms. So after a while of rowing, I could see an island with many colors. That was the mushroom island. When I got there I stashed my boat in a safe place so I could look for a mushroom that I was going to adopt that day. I found Betsy. Betsy is a very special cow. She only eats mushrooms. That explains why she transformed into a mushroom. She wanted me to take her boyfriend cow with us. I told her there was no place on my little raft that I was going to take her home on. I wanted to take her to the boat but I could not find the boat. I thought I was going insane. I went for a little while with Betsy for a mission to find the boat on the island. I looked around but well I could not see any sign of the boat. Betsy told me I should build a new boat but that boat was very special for me. I built that boat when I was back in West Minecraft when I had not yet discovered mushroom islands. Then I looked to the right and I saw Steve on my boat. He stole my boat on that day. Let me put a sign here so we can clearly see who is the noob and who is the pro. Let me fly back real quick to the last stage to see what our little thief Steve built. Well then, what is this hefty device? He built it next to his shabby house. What could that device do? I don't think it could have much of a purpose. The boat stealer just finished his device here. What is that? He pushed the lever, but it is not doing anything at all. Oh, that is what it does. He is a little bit stupid and I think he attached some TNT on his thing. Let me take you to my device. Let me tell you this, well, it is a wicked door that can be opened from a couple of blocks away. If I pull the lever it should open the secret door. Go on, Steve the thief. You can pull the lever over there so I can show you what is inside this so-called secret door that is over there. Go on, pull the switch. Now let's go inside. Let's go inside so I can show you what is inside. Looks like the skeleton spawned in here because I forgot to hang some torches on the side of the wall. He looks friendly so that is not a problem. Okay, so if we just pull the lever we should trap Steve. It is payback for what he did to me back in the days. Now the final stage is fighting. Steve has never been in a fight before. I gave him some leather armor and gave him a wooden sword. Now if we just spawn some slimes he should be able to handle those. He maybe could learn from the slimes and next time build a door that opens as well instead of an exploding house. I don't think Steve has ever been in a fight before. He fights a bit like a girl. He does not really know what to do. But I mean, hey, he is not all bad. He has not died yet. Of course they are only slimes though, but still. It is not all too easy to defeat slimes with a wooden sword and the poopy armor made out of leather. Maybe it is made out of Betsy. Hey, well, I do not think I have told you the ending of that story yet. Where were we? Oh, that's right. I saw Steve leaving with my handmade boat, and as you know I could in the matter of fact not swim. But that is when me and Betsy saw her boyfriend cow. His name was Peter the Mushroom. He was living a pretty happy life on the island, but he wanted to marry Betsy. I explained the situation to Peter, and he was happy to help. I could not swim yet, but Peter offered me to hop on his back because apparently he knew how to swim. He told us that because he ate so many mushrooms he turned into a mushroom and he cannot sink because the mushrooms are very light. I then hopped on his back and Betsy followed. She was made out of mushrooms as well, so it was an easy job. We had to swim a while though because the island was pretty far from my house. Sadly Peter could not fulfill the length of the sea, and he was struggling after half a mile. He eventually gave up after a quarter more. Betsy was still behind us and she said that she could see land already. I hopped on Betsy her back and from that well point on we could not see Peter anymore. Peter drowned. It was a very sad moment for both of us. We talked about it during the swim to the shore. Betsy said she saw a shabby house. We walked there to maybe get some help. The house was shabby, a bit like Steve built at the beginning of the video. No one was home so we waited a while. Then we saw someone on a raft. The raft looked like the one I built. It was Steve the thief and he admitted he stole the boat. We became kind of friends, but he was never good at anything, hands down why he became the noob in this series. When we tied Betsy to a fence we went looking for Peter, but there was no sign of Peter the Mushroom. We eventually gave up and went back to his shabby house. When we got there Betsy was gone as well. We went searching for her as well. We went south and found a canyon near a mountain where we were going to look for her because from that mountain you could see the island where Betsy and Peter lived. We saw some mushrooms, but there was no sign of neither of them. We gave up and called it a day. When a door is going to stop all of the baddies that are going to want well to see your booty. Make a great wall for your new home, not a wall that our big friend in America is going to build for the Mexicans. We also don't want to have strangers in our house, well, but it should look good. If you destroy the pillar blocks, your outer wall will look better than ever before. Not like Miley Cyrus. She looked good before, but now look at her. She obviously does not know that you have to take down pillars to look good. If you truly want to look good, you have to build windows. Now we want our little house to look good, don't we? If we want that, we accomplish anyways. We don't need to regenerate like last time, so now we can go to where we want to go instantly, without having to see only gray. And by the looks of it, Chip is still really interested by this red fort/castle looking thing. And let's just hope that the trampoline works this time and that we don't fall off just like last time. The last thing I want to do is respawn once again. The title is saying pushing noobs into Blender, and now we look like the noob because we get pushed off by things and once again we fell off. And I'm really sad, because this is the 6th time that we are now respawning, so we also died 6 times. And we are looking like the real noob here, and not these things that we are pushing of the edge. The Blender people are actually more intelligent than me, it looks like. But now we need to head back to the trampoline and we need to try and jump once again. And if I fail, I am going to be pretty sad. Look at all of these John Does that are falling of the edge. Wait, those are John Does, right? Yeah, if my eagle-eyed vision is right, then I am right. And by the looks of it, I am right. These guys are wearing green pants, blue shirts, and well, the rest of their body is just their skin color. But yay, this is the 7th time that I am going to respawn, so go ahead, call me a noob. But no, I am not a noob. That trampoline just does not like me at all. It wants to take its revenge of that the people that entered the island started to push down some John Does. But now I am mad, and when you are mad, a fun thing to do is push the Blender people off into the Blender. So now we are being the Sparta guy again, so let's scream it together when we push someone off. This is Sparta, and he fell down, so we did not fail entirely in life. But we can just push down some Blender people, and it is actually fun. The thing that is not fun in this server is the regenerating, and of course the trampoline. That trampoline is just something straight out of hell. It does not like me at all, and I don't like the trampoline at all. We are now arch enemies, and here we go again. Regenerating. Could you freaking not, mate? I don't like to regenerate, please. So please just stop regenerating. I don't know what it actually is for, but when we are around these Blender people, then we always have the regenerating thing, and it really sucks. I don't know what to do about it, but we can just push more Blender people off the edge. But these things just don't have emotions, and here I go again. I am starting to feel bad for them. I pushed their entire family not even into the Blender. I just pushed them onto the grass. I really can't do anything, and I don't like to be this useless. It really sucks, and I want to not regenerate, but the game wants to regenerate, so I just have to accept that it wants to regenerate. But at least all of the Blender people, well, not all of them, but some of them are now respawned, and I can start knocking them onto the grass once again. But this entire video seems to be only pushing down Blender people into the Blender, and as I just said, we can't even push them into the Blender, but instead we are just pushing almost all of them just onto the grass. And I can't go to the red fort because there is the trampoline that comes straight out of hell. And that trampoline definitely hates me, and I hate the trampoline. And the yellow fort or castle, whatever it is, we can't even come close to there. But we also went to the cardboard thingies, we went to the long red forest of Haribo, and we also whacked some moles. So, all by all, this video actually was pretty productive to society. But once again, all of the Blender people are knocked out. And that reminds me of a story, and I know that I did not tell you this story before, but it is about an ancient tribe that was also made to be pushed into an ancient Blender, and that tribe was called the Ender Blenders, and they used to have a face. But then something really bad happened to their entire tribe. They were at war with the cowboys, and they were actually a really peace-giving tribe. But the cowboys took something from the well. No one knows what they actually took except for the cowboy thieves and the tribe master. But they did not leak what had been stolen for reasons that we probably would not even understand. But they were back in the days, not actually just only made to be pushed into a Blender like we are doing right now. Well, but they were actually just a loving tribe, and they knew all of the people that lived with them, and they were friends with all of them, and they had a great time. But then that little incident with the cowboys happened, and the entire tribe was really sad, and now they did not longer have what they had before. And because they were sad, some other tribes were looking over their shoulders constantly because they did not want anything to be stolen from them as well. It was bad for the Enderblenders that something was stolen, but they could not do anything about that, so it sucks for them. But what is someone else going to do about that? Well, they did nothing. But the Enderblenders had a great relationship with another tribe. This video about the working saw, well, and now you will have the ending of the video. And I hope that you very much enjoyed it. Bye. Bye.